Max's house was always too dark for Sebastian's taste. The walls seemed to absorb any trace of warmth or joy. Max lives in an old, stately home, dark and quiet, a sharp contrast to the lively, sun-filled energy of the Cruz Brothers' place. Max's dad was a well-renowned judge. His dad's rules, his dad's presence, looming even when he wasn't home. Even when they were little, Max was expected to excel. Everyone who lived under his rule was expected to be a perfect model citizen. Not only was his dad strict, but also so busy. He seemed to only pop in to give orders and stern looks. Sebastian visited Max when he could. Sebastian didn't mind losing every game of chess. He was there to pull Max away from his worries, a task he hadn't realized would become a lifelong mission. But this place gave him the creeps. Sebastian never minded sharing Mateo in his house with Max. He'd trade a chessboard for a controller any day, and Max always had a place to escape when things got tough. The friends caught up, sharing jokes and laughs, until Sebastian couldn't stand being inside any longer. "Come on, man! It's too nice outside to stay cooped up in here. Let's hit the beach." Max hesitates, but eventually agrees, if only to escape the suffocating atmosphere of his home. Meet Olivia. She's kind of the mom of the friend group. She's always offering advice and making sure everyone gets along. Someone had to be responsible to keep everyone grounded, fed, and hydrated. This is Atlas. He and Sebastian had a we don't talk about it kind of fling. Both of them pretty quickly realizing that they were better off as friends, and the whole group pretends that they never saw them kiss. This sweet girl is Elsa. She wasn't known for her quick wit, but would cheer anyone up. Even if she didn't know why everyone was laughing, she was just happy to be there. And Elsa happens to be Max's current crush, even though he'd never admit it to anyone but Sebastian. We can't forget Tane. Tane is a hyperactive beach bum who keeps up with Sebastian's energy. However, he is also kind of a hothead. He's overcompetitive and will pick a fight. Luckily, the boys always made up, whether it was Sebastian's chill nature or just to avoid Olivia's wrath. Sebastian was friendly with everyone, but his little group of weirdos were his favorites. The sun was still high when Max groaned, checking his phone as usual. His time in the sun was cut short. It was time for piano practice. Sebastian and Olivia head to the nearby cafe to grab some coffee to go before heading back to Sebastian's house. Olivia wasn't just the mom of the group, she was Sebastian's go-to whenever he needed a grounding reality check. They sat, steaming coffee in hand, while Sebastian prepared himself for what was sure to be one of her classic lectures. Sebastian grinned. "So you want to hear about my week?" Olivia sighed. "Oh no, what did you do this time?" Sebastian tells her about his various hookups, parties, and some reckless fun he had during the week. He's amused with her reactions. Olivia crinkles her nose. "Ew, it smells like a locker room in here." Sebastian laughs, and they head to his room to spare their noses. Oh yeah, Mateo is on this whole fitness kick. Guess he's trying to get back in shape. Olivia, getting straight to business, says, "Well, at least someone's getting ready for beach season. Speaking of getting ready, we really need to get the group together for prom shopping." Sebastian smirks. "So this hot senior girl asked me to prom. She said it'd make her look good, and I can't do that in my usual attire." Olivia gives him a mock stern look, shaking her head but unable to hide her smile. "Seb, you really need to be more careful. You can't just go through every cute person you see." Sebastian laughs. "Relax, Liv. I'm just having fun. And I wouldn't hurt a fly. Olivia, getting back into work mode, said, Maybe, but seriously, we need to make a day of it. Take Max, Elsa, Tane, Atlas. Ooh, I'll even make sure everyone actually buys something this time. Olivia's enthusiasm for planning was contagious, and before Sebastian knew it, they were brainstorming outfits, theme ideas, and whether or not to sneak in extra drinks for the after party. After Olivia's usual lecture about hydration and balance in life, this time directed at Mateo, who was in the middle of a cool down, she gave both brothers a tight hug and headed out, leaving the brothers to their own devices. As the door clicked shut, the house felt a little quieter, but not for long. Sebastian sauntered into the kitchen, sitting at the table with a dramatic sigh. So what's for dinner? I'm starving. Please, I'm a growing boy. I need fuel, and I swear, if you've got another salad lined up, I'm walking out. Mateo agreed to add some carbs to the menu, but Sebastian had to pitch in. The boys got to work in the kitchen, cooking up food and laughter. Sebastian, excited to eat, says, See, this is what I needed. Real food. Mateo, grinning back, says, Yeah. Don't get too excited. We're not doing this every night. Mateo, tired, says, After this, I still have work to do, but I'm kind of done for after working out. Sebastian suggests he visits his usual hangout spot, the beach cafe. Mateo agrees. Coffee is needed to get him through the evening of work. After dinner, Mateo heads to the cafe. The house grows quiet, but soon the silence is broken by a call from Max. Max starts the call. Sorry, I had to leave early. You know how Dad is. Sebastian, in a joking tone, replies, Yada yada, looks good on your resume, blah blah blah. So what's up, Maestro? Max's voice turns a bit more serious. I still don't have a date. Thanks for that, by the way. What happened to you being my mentor or whatever? Sebastian grins mischievously. Oh, I didn't forget, and especially since I know who you're after now. Max stiffens slightly, though his tone remains casual. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Sebastian laughs. Sure. Fine. Let's meet tomorrow and we'll discuss your grand plan to win Elsa over. Max groans. This time more out of embarrassment than frustration. Why do I even talk to you? Sebastian, grinning. Because you love me. Max ends the call. Yeah, whatever. See you tomorrow. Mateo walked to the cafe, the fresh air doing wonders to loosen his sore muscles. Sebastian always raved about this place. Today seemed like a perfect time to check it out. The smell of coffee hit his nose just as he froze in his tracks. Standing behind the counter, her once blonde and pink hair, now dyed black, was someone he thought he'd never see again. Candy. For a moment, the world seemed to slow down. Mateo's heart raced and he instinctively made a beeline for the restroom to hide. His mind was a blur. His pulse quickened as the flood of memories, both good and bad, rushed through him. Mateo, panicking internally, gave himself a much-needed pep talk in the bathroom mirror. All right, pull yourself together, Mateo. It's been years. You've moved on. You're fine. Just go out there, grab your coffee, and leave. Simple. Mateo strolled up to the counter, trying to appear as cool as possible. He ordered his coffee, adding, Wow, Candy, it's great to see you. She smiled back shyly. Dang, girl, this is the best coffee I've ever had, Mateo exclaimed, awkwardly trying to sound casual. He continued to thank her, saying how he could do anything now with the caffeine buzz, even flexing his muscles in a joking manner. If Sebastian were there, he'd be cringing for sure. Mateo could hardly believe that of all the places Sebastian frequented, it happened to be owned by Candy. Sebastian, being so young at the time, didn't recognize or remember her, but for Mateo, even older and with a more natural look, his heart instantly knew her. As Mateo gushed about his still-present crush, Sebastian couldn't help but smile. His brother was getting his old spark back, and as the person Sebastian looked up to the most, he couldn't be happier. Whether it was Mateo's newfound fitness obsession, him finally going out again, or the potential for romance, Sebastian didn't care. He just hoped Mateo never stopped smiling.